Check this out right here. You guys see that? You see how it said that it was out for delivery today, and then it got delayed? That's the tracking for my Apple Watch Series 10. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's actually going to show up today, which really annoys me because it was put on the same truck as my iPhone 16 Pro Max. And it sucks because I was really looking forward to seeing the new jet black color in person because they haven't really done a color like that since the iPhone 7. However, I did end up getting the iPhone 16 Pro Max on time, which is honestly the one I cared more about. Would have been nice to have them both, but at least we get to take a look at the brand new iPhone on launch day. So it looks like this year they are unfortunately kind of keeping with the tradition of doing a white box for the Pro phones. Not really that big of a deal, but I did really like the black boxes they did for the 11 Pro and 12 Pro, and I believe the 13 Pro had one as well, but I can't really remember. So aside from the pretty box, this is, as usual, the 1TB model for this iPhone, and it's finally time to go ahead and open up the box. Alright, and as you guys can see, this year I did go with the black titanium model, and the reason for that is because I had the blue titanium iPhone 15 Pro Max last year, and I did really like that color. However, the only color that's new this year is that desert titanium color, and I didn't really feel like having a gold phone, so I went ahead and got the black titanium model. And it looks pretty nice. I haven't had a black phone since the 12 Pro Max. Since then, I've had the special color every year, but as I said, I didn't really like the desert titanium color they did this year for the iPhone 16 Pro, so here we are with the black titanium. It does actually look like the side rails have a little bit of a different finish than they did on the 15 Pro last year, but we'll go ahead and take a closer look at that later on in the video. I'm going to go ahead and set the phone off to the side and see what's in the box. So it looks like they're still including the braided USB-C charging cable. Hopefully you can see right in there it is USB-C on both ends still. And going deeper into the box, we have the this is actually a new shape for this paperwork. They've never been this like a odd pill shape before. So I see they're still putting in the eSIM notice, letting you know that there's no longer a physical SIM card inside your iPhone. And it looks like they didn't include Apple stickers this year. So that's a shame, man. That really they'll include the eSIM notice, but no Apple stickers. Every year they just take away more and more little by little. So in 2016 we lost the headphone jack with the iPhone 7. I believe the XS Max in 2018 was the first iPhone to not include the lightning to headphone jack adapter. And then a year after that, in 2019, they took 3D Touch off the iPhone 11 Pro. And then in 2020, with the iPhone 12 Pro, they stopped including a charge brick and headphones in the box, and now it looks like they even took away the Apple stickers. That's a shame. So with the basically nothing in the box out of the way, it's finally time to go ahead and peel the cover off of the screen. But before we do that, there's now a new button, the camera control button, and we'll get into that more later on once I have the phone set up and ready to go, but it is kind of cool to see that little camera icon on this front cover piece. Look at the shine on that, guys. This is the only time this iPhone will ever be this clean in its entire life. And there's the usual startup screen for a brand new iPhone. And the bezels actually are noticeably thinner. This is also the biggest iPhone they've ever made, with a 6.9-inch display, up from 6.7 inches on the 15 Pro Max last year. But it's always cool to see them making strides in getting even less bezel around the screen of these new iPhones. So let's go ahead and swipe up on this. Select English for the language, United States. This is also new, so we can actually change the appearance right off the bat, which is pretty cool. iOS 18 did finally add quite a bit of customizability to the iPhone, and this is the point where I need to grab the old iPhone and set this one up. We'll go ahead and scan the special code with the old iPhone and get things moving on to the new one here. Now we're on the activation process, and this would actually be a good time to mention that I didn't order this phone through AT&T, and that's actually probably why it didn't show up until like 7 o'clock at night. I ordered this straight through Apple, and that's because I'm no longer with AT&T. and I didn't know how the pre-order process would be with the new carrier I'm with, so I figured, you know what, let me just buy it outright through Apple, and now I kind of freaking regret that because it's 7:14 at night and I'm just now starting to set up the new iPhone. Thank you again, UPS, for that. I'm going to cover the part of the screen that's showing my phone number, but it looks like even though I didn't buy this through my carrier, it's still going to make it pretty easy for me to transfer the number over to this new iPhone, which is very nice. While that's happening, I figured now would be a good time to kind of compare the finish on the side rails of both of these iPhones. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it from here, but the finish on the iPhone 16 Pro Max is a little bit smoother looking and feeling than it is on the 15 Pro Max, which was the first ever titanium iPhone. It's very, very subtle. It's not super different, but it is just a little bit noticeable. So I just realized I made a pretty big mistake on the audio side of this video right here. I totally forgot to change the audio input on my MacBook that's supposed to be recording audio from the shotgun mic. I forgot to actually change the input source to that shotgun mic. So the first half of this video is just going to be straight from the MacBook microphone, which, as we all know, sounds incredible. This is great. I'm really glad this launch day is going so smooth. We have our typical data and privacy notice here. I'm probably just going to do what I usually do and not allow Apple to collect any data. And as usual, we're going to go ahead and download my data from a iCloud backup. It looks like we're just trying to get into my account here. I do really like that you no longer have to like key in your email and password to sign into your iCloud account because it just takes it from the old iPhone. And they're still doing this screen, which I actually do really like because it's, you know, it kind of just shows everything that you can do with your iCloud account. And again, I don't remember what year they started doing this in, but we're just going to go ahead and set this up exactly as I had my 15 Pro Max with all my apps and data and settings and wallet and my Apple Watches. And now back on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, it's got the enjoy your new iPhone message. I believe they started doing that, I think, with the iPhone 14 back in 2022, but it gives you some options on what you can do with this iPhone now that I'm done using it. And as you guys know, it's just going to go right into the collection with all the previous iPhones that I've bought over the years. And here's the introduction to the camera control here. So we're going to go ahead and actually see what this has to say. Click camera control to open a camera app, then click again to use the camera control as a shutter, so that's pretty cool right there. Oh, and that's it, and then it's just Siri. Okay. Siri, how's the weather? Hey Siri, send a message. Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. Hey Siri, get directions home. Siri, play some music. And there's the Siri setup. We unfortunately still don't have Apple Intelligence on the official release of iOS 18. However, I have been running iOS 18 beta on this iPhone 15 Pro for a few months here, and I do have it on this one. Maybe if it would actually, yeah, there you go. See that? That's probably why they haven't released it to the public yet, because it's very, very buggy. So what I'm actually noticing on the side of the iPhone where the camera control button is it looks like the camera control button kind of replaced the 5G antenna window or whatever they called it. That's actually kind of interesting. I wonder if the camera control doubles as a 5G antenna? I don't know, I couldn't tell you, but I don't see one anywhere else on the phone. So that's potentially what they did, but I couldn't tell you for sure. And it's just been sitting on this screen for a few minutes here. I hit not now on the share audio recordings, and as you can see right up here, it's just spinning the little wheel doing absolutely nothing. Well, I guess while we're waiting on this to wrap up doing whatever it's trying to do, we can take a look at the case I bought for this iPhone. Now, if you guys remember last year, Apple actually stopped making their own first-party leather cases, which was really a shame because I did like those cases, and I decided to try the fine woven case, which is what replaced leather on the iPhone 15. And you know what? It actually aged quite a bit better than I thought it would. This is the same case that I unboxed on launch day last year, and you can see some wear around the MagSafe ring here, and the corners are a little bit chewed up, but honestly, it did age quite a bit better than I expected. However, I never really liked the feel of it. This back of this case is made of fabric and it absorbed sweat through my pocket and it got really, really gross. And since Apple still didn't bring back their leather cases, to no one's surprise, I decided to give the Nomad traditional leather case a shot. So it looks like it actually opens the way the Apple leather cases used to, just by pulling up the top here. Yep. And inside we have what basically looks like a first-party Apple case, just without the Apple logo on the back. The inside is lined with something soft. You can see the MagSafe ring right here, and it actually does feel quite nice. I like that the action button here has a little bit of texture on it. And I like that the top and the bottom of the case are actually closed in. However, you can see on the side here, there's this opening, and that's for the camera control. Apple first-party cases actually do have some sort of like special pass-through thing, but as you can see, they don't have that figured out quite yet on this third-party case. But as you could probably guess, I do definitely prefer the feel of this actual leather case over the silicone cases that Apple makes, and the fine woven case of last year, which actually isn't even available for the iPhone 16 series. So we'll go ahead and drop the phone into the case. Yeah, very nice. Oh, definitely don't want to do that. That's my bad. What is going on here? There, okay, that was a little odd. The case for some reason was holding down the no, you know what? Maybe the phone's just stuck. This is going great, guys. This is going great. Yeah, it is not responding to anything, so I didn't want to have to do this. I've never actually had this many issues trying to get an iPhone set up before, but it's just completely locked up, as you guys can see right here. So I think the best plan is to just try to restart it normally, which it looks like the touch sensor is at least still working. Getting it turned back on right now, and hopefully I don't have to go through that whole setup process again, but I guess we'll find out in just a second here. And it looks like it kicked us right back to the beginning, so that's kind of annoying, but I'll just go ahead and go through the setup process again really quick. So what's interesting is it's having me do this whole setup process again, but as you can see, it's saved my dark mode preferences, and now the code is not wanting to scan. So this is going great. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's what you want to see right there. All right, it looks like we're finally making some progress here. This is again, we already saw this, but we'll just go ahead and keep going. Hopefully this time it doesn't get stuck on the not sharing recordings with Siri. Maybe I have to actually share it with Apple to actually use the phone now. I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised. Here's the camera control thing again. As you can see, I'll just show it again because it's new. Yep, pretty cool. Join Apple. Oh, so it actually didn't show this last time. That's right, because I had this running iOS 18 beta since it came out for developers. But I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I really just wanted it for the satellite texting and RCS messaging. But now that that's here in the actual official build releases of iOS 18, I'm just going to use the normal public release versions of iOS 18. I would never recommend you guys actually use the beta versions of any version of iOS on your main phone because it's very buggy. So, you know, if you have an old phone laying around, definitely play with it on that, yeah, but definitely would not recommend doing it on your main phone. So we're gonna go ahead and hit Don't Continue Beta Program. And now it looks like I can select from an iCloud backup. And we're back to camera control. Dude, what is going on with this? I already saw this like 3 times now. Don't continue beta from iCloud backup. What is going on with this? Don't continue beta program from iCloud backup. Oh my gosh. This doesn't make any sense, guys. Okay. And now we're back to light mode. What is going on, dude? Maybe I'll buy a Galaxy next year, you know? Because this kind of stuff right here is getting a little bit ridiculous, and it's happening more and more with iPhones. Okay, apps and data, iCloud backup. It was just backed up less than an hour, or a little over an hour ago, and now we're back to dark mode. What is going on? Oh, and it kicked me right back to the beginning. This makes no sense. I've never had an iPhone do this before. All right, select United States for the 3rd time now. Appearance standard. Oh, and now it wants me to bring out the old iPhone again. Will it let me scan the code this time? It does not look like it. Data and privacy yet again. Download from iCloud. And it's weird that it looks different every time I go through the setup process. All right, this isn't where it was getting stuck. And now it's kicking me back to camera control again. What is going on with this, dude? I don't want to continue in the beta program. I want to restore from an iCloud backup, and I don't want to see camera control again. Oh my gosh, dude. This is bad. This is not a good look. And back to light mode again. I've never seen an iPhone freak out this bad trying to get set up before. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's never been this bad before. More about beta program. I already know about the beta program. I want to not use the beta program. Okay. From iCloud backup. Alright, this is getting ridiculous, guys. I don't even know what I should do at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and restart the new iPhone again and see if hopefully that'll fix it, but this is bad. It doesn't even look like it wants to turn on. Oh, there we go, okay. Had me scared there for a minute. Not like even if it turns on, it's gonna be useful or anything. Come on, man. Alright, 4th time's the charm. Oh, great. So it knows that I have a password set and everything, but it won't let me actually set up the phone. And as you can see, we're back to light mode again here instead of dark mode. All right, normal default appearance, and it wants the old iPhone again. Oh, it actually worked that time. Check that out. Isn't that cool? Data and privacy, continue, download from iCloud. Oh, is it gonna bring back my camera control thing again? Okay. Oh my gosh, it's doing it again. What is going on with this? This is terrible. I get it. I get that there's a new button. No, don't keep me in the beta program. From iCloud backup. Oh my gosh. Alright, what happens if I just hit continue on this? Oh, it actually let me through. Are you kidding me? Okay, I guess I'll just have to turn off beta updates later. iOS 8. Oh, I don't want to wait for a 7 gig update to download. Oh no. Is there really no way around that? Okay, camera control, we get it. That's not even giving me the option to not... This is terrible, guys. I've never seen this happen before. What if I hit customize? From iCloud backup, okay. Choose an iCloud backup from the iPhone 15 Pro Max. We'll hit continue. And then there's the freaking camera control again. Oh my gosh. I don't want to run a beta version of iOS on my main phone anymore, guys, because it's been bad, and I think that's probably why this is giving me so much trouble, but I don't even know if I have a choice at this point, because it's just like, it's not even giving me a choice to not do it anymore. Okay, so let's back up as far as it'll let me go. What? This is freaking weird, man. Alright, and now we're back to the signing in stage, I guess. I don't know, I was just praising it a few minutes ago about how I don't have to sign in manually to my iCloud account, and then it just made me do it anyway. An iPhone password entered in there. My camera's losing focus. This is just going so great. And there's the freaking camera control again. Are you serious, dude? Continue. I know. Okay, we're just gonna send it, I guess. This is awful. Alright, well, we've got the unwanted, unnecessary freaking update released. I'll probably just turn off beta updates in my settings later, but we'll be back once this is done. It looks like it's only gonna take 2 minutes to download, which isn't too bad, but I'd rather it just be on normal iOS 18. So the update didn't take as long as I had expected it to, but it did take more time than I would have liked, you know, especially because I didn't really want to put a beta operating system on this iPhone. But as you can see, we're back to the setup page, so we're going to go ahead and unlock this thing and manually sign into iCloud again. This is going great. All right, let's go ahead and agree to these terms and conditions here. Hopefully this time it'll actually let me, you know, sign into my iCloud account and restore from an iCloud backup. And actually, it looks like it's doing that all by itself. If my B camera would pull focus, there you go. Time remaining estimating, that's not a good sign. I'm hoping with the kind of speeds that I can get on Wi-Fi now, it won't take too terribly long, but just judging by how the rest of this experience has gone, it's probably going to take like 8 hours. So it still has not moved at all, which is fantastic. Not very promising. hopefully this hurries up and finishes soon, guys. As you can see, it's 8:03 right now, so hopefully I can get this video on YouTube before launch day is over. So it looks like we're finally able to use this new iPhone 16 Pro Max. That was a pain, guys. I've never had it be that bad trying to get an iPhone set up before, but I guess there's a first time for everything. I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what happened. My only guess is that I was running, you know, the beta version of iOS 18 on the old phone, and that's what caused the new one to, you know, kind of stroke out a little bit there. But it looks like we can finally actually unlock this thing and look at all of my apps download. So that's pretty cool right there. The only thing I really want to look at on this before I end off the video is the camera control. So we'll go ahead and open the camera app up, and as you can see, it's showing us the photographic styles. I can't remember what year they introduced that, but as you can see, the camera app is still largely the same. Let's see if I can figure out how to frame this here. So we've got the side button right here. Oh, look at that. You can zoom with it. That's pretty cool right there. This is actually pretty useful, guys. I'm just a little bit, you know, annoyed at the fact that the setup process for this thing took so long. Let's go ahead and try to grab a picture with it. Yep, that works just as you'd expect. And I believe there's a way that you can like change things. Yeah, you can. So you can do zoom, depth or aperture, exposure, back to zoom, cameras. I wonder what that one does. Oh, so that just lets you actually switch between the cameras one at a time. That's kind of cool. I don't mind that. All right. Do you want to let me go back to the other options here? There we go. So styles and tone. So that's pretty cool right there. This will mainly just be useful for, you know, holding your phone like an actual camera and grabbing some pictures like that. That's actually pretty nice. And for everyone wondering, this is an actual physical button. Like, I don't know if you can like... It clicks. It's an actual button, but it does have a, I think it's got its own like Taptic engine behind it, if I understand correctly. So you know, you can do the half press to do something. You can bring up the menu with the half press. I believe there's a way you can make it like lock focus like it does on a normal camera as well. The half press is not an actual button. That's where the Taptic engine comes in, but it's pretty convincing. It's not too bad, but the actual, you know, press of the button, it's not bad. I don't mind it. So the real question is, can we shoot ProRes in 60? Nope, we cannot. We still need an external drive to shoot ProRes at 60 frames a second, which is kind of a shame. However, from what I understand, we can shoot 4K at 120 now. Check that out. That's actually really impressive that we have that in a phone now, but it looks like we can only do it with the main sensor. That's kind of interesting. I don't know why they would have made that choice, because all of these cameras on this phone are capable of shooting at 4K, but as you can see, we're locked to 1x and 2x, and 2x, as you guys know, is just a crop in on the main camera sensor. So I guess we're going to go ahead and switch this back to 60, and I'll give you a little bit of a camera demo. Check it out. We're here in the basement as usual. We've got the good old MacBook Pro recording my audio from the Sennheiser shotgun mic, and we got the soft boxes. We've got the R5 as the B camera as usual. How's that 5X looking? Oh, there you can see it kind of switch over there. Stabilization's good, as you'd expect. As you can see, Adobe Audition's not having too good of a time over there. It keeps thinking that there's like different audio sources available to it, but there's not. There's the audio interface right there, and here's the new ultra-wide camera. It looks like it's already dirty. So yeah, here's the new 48 megapixel ultra-wide. Let's see if we can actually get like any closer focus than we could with the old ones. Okay, yeah, that is actually considerably better than it was with the old cameras. Not too bad at all. Pulling the old iPhone, and you can see all of the nice crusty stuff that's built up over the cameras over the last year. That's pretty nice. So yeah, another year, another iPhone. What's changed really is that the bezels around the screen are a little bit slimmer. It is actually noticeable, believe it or not. The ultra-wide camera now has a 48 megapixel sensor instead of a 12 megapixel sensor, and of course the camera control is something that's completely new, never been on an iPhone before. But other than that, guys, it's another iPhone 15 Pro Max. It's got the same body shape, same camera layout. The cameras are actually, you know, they're looking pretty much exactly the same on both of these phones. So yeah, there you go. So that's unfortunately all that we're going to have today for launch day 2024, because as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, my Apple Watch never showed up, even though, as you guys saw, it was loaded on the truck at exactly the same time as this iPhone was. But that's just the way it goes. Hopefully it'll get here tomorrow, maybe Monday, maybe next year, I don't know. Maybe the UPS guy stole it. I really have no idea. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for the iPhone 16 Pro Max launch day unboxing. This is, again, the black titanium 1TB model. Hopefully we'll have an Apple Watch Series 10 unboxing pretty soon for you guys here. But until then, that is going to be it. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thank you for watching.